Good evening. This is BelGeode once more, and here's another first look at SkyForge. Today I'm joined by my son, who goes by the name Sporeon Scandana. We're going to be doing a dungeon on Aki Island, so let's get right into it. This is post-commentary. Okay, so we did this one a couple of days ago, and this is the very first set of trash mobs here. And you want to tell them what you were up to? Or what class you were playing?
My first official time playing as a cryomancer. And I really like it. The attack class is foray, and I'm basically just attack. I basically don't defend at all.
Yes, evidenced by your death right there. There's gonna be a few of those, but luckily resurrection is definitely a thing in this game, so you'll see the little res bar going down now. That would be Ghita reviving Sporeon. And we'll continue onwards. I guess the way that this game is set up, it's kind of similar to a lot of other MMOs and stuff like that, where you've got your tank class, you got your DPS class. You don't have a healer class, which I think was a problem you were running into in that instance.
Yeah.
But luckily, out of combat heals are pretty quick. Oh yeah, I think this is where I took a moment to check what skills I had set up, because I think I have something that gave me a bit more hate generated towards me, so that way they wouldn't aggro on you, but I don't think I equipped it, so sorry.
And then I teleported to a rock.
Oh, is that what you were doing? I thought you were, like, disappearing there, huh? Alright, so this is the second round of enemies.
I decided to stick back.
Did you die on this one as well?
Probably. Well, let's see the footage.
Okay. Yeah, I think this is me waiting for you. Oh, there's that hand thing again.
It was at this moment I found my strategy for the rest of the game.
Oh yeah, standing back and attacking or nuking them.
And when they get close, freeze them so you can take them out.
Well, see, that's what I was trying to do, is I was trying to actually keep them from you, because you see what happens when they get up to you. That's it. That's all she wrote.
Again, first time as cryomancer, barely upgraded anything, and also I did not have enough gems to upgrade at all.
Well, I'll give you that much, considering this was your first time. You only died, what, 2, 3 times or something like that?
It was 2.
No, wait, it was 3, wasn't it 3? Because remember at that mini-boss, that first mini-boss? Which, we'll get to that. We're going ahead of ourselves here.
That's why I said 2.
Okay. Alright, so there's the ghostly hands. There's 2 types of ghostly hands in this one. The purple ones will take life from you. The yellow ones will give life back.
And apparently they're all only right hands.
Yeah, I noticed that. What's up with that? I guess they don't think the left hand is worth doing.
Or they're just going after master hand.
That could be it too. Alright, so we got this next group of people here. Oh, I was trying to pull them there, but it doesn't look like it was working so well. See, that's where you would come in handy. If you were, you know, properly spec'd out or whatever, you could have just pulled them, and then when they came past me, I could have used my AoE and laid the smacketh down. But unfortunately, it didn't work that way.
Because I actually did not know that this was also a ranged class. I thought it was just close up.
Well, you wanted to experiment with it. I thought you did pretty decent, though.
Yeah.
And there they go, all after me. Yeah, that statue was a really good thing. I like that decoy statue.
Fun fact, the statue changes position on whoever's looking at it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I did not know that. Huh.
Really? I told you before.
I didn't even pay attention to it, to be honest with you. Alright, so that guy's down. So obviously the guy with the axes, those are the guys that we need to watch out for, because those are stronger than the other guys.
Yes. Axes.
Is this where the mini-boss is? No, we still got a few more trash mobs to get through here.
Controller, fighter. Easy enough.
Oh wait, this was where the shaman was, the first shaman, right?
And yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Isn't that him in the back there?
Yep. That's him with his creepy green eyes and staff.
Yeah, because I remember when we started this fight, there was really only like 3 of them, and all of a sudden I'm seeing more people spawn in. I'm like, wait a minute here. Something's not right. And then it dawned on me, oh shit, the shaman's actually doing something. I think that's when I told you to take him out.
I think it's a little bit after, but yeah.
Okay.
There's one thing I did not get about this game.
Which is?
The finisher for the cryomancer. I'm not sure if I just freeze them in ice and they literally just disintegrate, because that makes no sense. But then later I thought, hey, maybe I'm just launching them into the stratosphere.
That could be it too. Honestly, I don't know, because I have not tried the cryomancer. I've only ever tried the paladin. I haven't even tried the lightbinder, so I don't know what either of those classes do. I'm really gonna go for like either the archer or the gunner ultimately. And oh yeah, here's your favorite part. What did I tell you to do?
Get in the circle.
And what did you not do?
I did not go into the circle. It never dawned on me. I never been out of the circle. I never played co-op.
Well, in his defense, folks, this was only like the second dungeon that we did. If you caught my video on the Port Naori, which should have gone up yesterday, that video basically was the first dungeon that he'd ever been in with me. So, admittedly, he had no idea what to expect here. And yes, Ghita's dancing. It annoys him whenever I make my characters dance. Hey, at least I'm not doing it in public, son.
And again, I will make a comment.
That's not a comment, that's more of a cat hiss.
And apparently at this point, I was trying to find an emote, since I am, again, new at the game, that will fit this moment.
Oh yeah, wait, didn't you find that facepalm or something?
Wait for it. 3, 2, 1. That is not a facepalm! That is not a facepalm, that's like, oh my god, what?
Alright, so I am in the circle beginning hostilities, not even paying attention to the fact that Sporeon's still behind me outside of the circle.
I thought the ring wouldn't close. I thought I could just keep ranging it out, especially since, well, bad health.
I'm pretty sure that there's a timer on it, because if you notice, it just now turned red. So that means that it was blue for like, what, 10-15 seconds, giving you enough time to get in, but of course you didn't get in.
I was unable to attack him at all.
Well, you did land one hit on him, so that helped. That at least started everything off for me, but then all of a sudden the whole place got engulfed in flames, and I'm like trying to stay alive here and doing very poorly.
And then I had one of my good ideas get a little bit trashed. Or was that a little bit later?
In this particular one, I think you tried to hit him from outside of the circle. Yeah, I just caught a glimpse of you off to the right.
Yep.
But I don't think it works that way. That's one thing they did think of, the game designers. See, here we go. I'm trying to pull him towards you so that you can get a hit on him, but I don't think that it really allowed you to do that.
I wouldn't say hit, I would say freeze him so you can hit him even more without getting hurt. Oh.
Yeah, that would have come in handy having a cryomancer in here, but I'll let it slide since that was your first time.
Just let it slide. Let it slide. Okay, you're still fighting. I realize I give up, so I just applaud you. Just applaud.
Well, I'm glad for the support. I appreciate that.
And also, they said that his weapon was an axe. This kind of does not look like an axe from very far away.
Yeah, it really doesn't. It kind of reminds me of the weapons that they used in Return of the Jedi that Jabba's guys had on the sail barge.
Yeah.
Which that was more of a pike or something. It wasn't really an axe. Although I could see where they call that an axe, because it does have a very wide blade that only reaches on one side, but it's just the weirdest design I've ever seen. Hey, what do you want? It's Russian.
An axe needs to be on one side a little bit thicker and not just wide, like flat piece of paper.
But then, this is fantasy and sci-fi, so I guess they're allowed some creativity. Like I said, this thing was made in Russia, so they have different takes on what should look like what, I guess.
I wouldn't say fantasy that much, because they deem magic basically illegal. Only technology. If someone's caught saying magic, I bet they'll be hung.
I haven't really seen that in the lore of this. They don't really explain in my opinion, what quote-unquote magic is, but they do...
Electromagnetic fields.
They do look down on, like, science types, because remember that one guy in the starting area, Flavius, there's like, oh yeah, he's into science, but the way that she said it was kind of like, yeah, we don't really talk much about Flavius, because, you know, he's one of those science types, he's not a mage.
And in the background, I'm doing the meditation, which makes me look like I'm praising myself. And I found out I can kind of move around, so I can just turn my back, and if you haven't noticed, I actually moved from one entrance to the other.
All I know is I got turned around in this thing. By the time this was done, I had no idea which way I was supposed to be heading, even though the mini-map is right there.
Well, I can see how you got confused, because I was standing near the... basically way we weren't supposed to go before.
Yeah, where we came in from. That's where you were standing, but now you moved to the other side, and I think that's what kind of threw me off as well. But I'm not going to blame you on that one. That's just me getting GPS challenged here.
And this flaming ass Gurhan is almost dead.
Is it Gurhan or Groon? I don't even know.
I think it's Gurhan. Gurhanimals.
Well, whatever he is, he's about to be dead in a second here.
You would think I would attack because my thing was inside the barrier.
There we go. The Verd know you're coming. Be careful. Well, thanks for the tip, lady. We never could have figured that out without your help.
And they actually don't come. You could just stand here all day long for eternity.
Yeah, we were going to them. Okay, that was the secondary mission that I had in there, so I just got that out of the way and, of course, collected the rewards for that.
Again, I was wondering what that was.
Spark Replicators, those help with you gaining the points that you need to open up the other classes.
That's the apology emote, and that wasn't what I was talking about. That giant radar thingy.
Oh, yeah, that's what that was. That was part of a quest. This is me going the wrong way.
Other way! I said other way!
Now this is me going the wrong way and realizing, oh, crap. So I checked the map.
Told you so. I'm right. So, Sporeon 1, Ghita Strike 0.
Yeah, just remember who's been killing the mini-bosses here.
Okay, make that 2.
And what do? Go halfway down the road and get stuck in a fight here. And I'm like, oh, jeez, he's gonna die again.
But
I better use my Z skill.
But I learned a few things, possibly, maybe, I don't know.
Well, you survived that one, so yeah, I'd say you did pretty good.
And there's a berserker right there.
Yes, I hate those guys.
My question is, they're called carrions instead of birds.
Well, carrion just means, like, dead animals or whatever.
Oh god.
Wait, were you tackling that one guy back there? Oh yeah, you are. Very nice.
If I can truly take them out one by one, I think I would. Okay.
Well, I got these two guys' attention, so they're not going anywhere fast.
Apparently, you kept calling my 3 attack, which is the thing that falls from the sky, a meteor.
It looked like a meteor back then, but then with so much stuff happening at the same time, it's difficult to tell.
I like to call it a comet. A comet. Because comets are ice, and they have trails and fall from space.
Good point. My son, the science kid.
If only true.
And this was me wandering off the path again, as only I can do.
Because you liked watching the ocean, alright?
I love the ocean.
And I was like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Get back to the fight.
And here's another group of trash mobs. I think the second mini-boss section should be coming up relatively shortly. I forget what we were doing here. I think we were probably just goofing off.
There's one thing about Sporeon and everyone else in this entire SkyForge world. They're all faster than me.
Oh yeah, I haven't figured out what's causing that. If that's just a
computer lag
thing, yeah, it could be that, or it could be a thing with the cryomancer. I don't know.
I tried with Paladin. I don't think I kept up with you because I couldn't even catch up with another cryomancer.
Yeah, and it might be a computer lagging.
And at this moment, we decided to look at the beach.
Oh yeah.
And me,
I decided
I jumped inside because I thought I could swim, but nope, it's just literally Sonic 06 Death Water.
Whoops.
And in fact, the water is not even there. It's just you fall right through it.
Yeah, I forgot to mention that. You can't swim in the water in this game. But at least it respawned you back at the first mini-boss area. You didn't have to like go through the whole damn thing again.
If it did, I would have punched someone in the face. But now here's my excuse. That again. And here comes realization of bad idea.
Ouch. I think I just got bitch slapped by a ghostly hand.
You deserved it!
I think he touched my butt.
You deserved it!
Okay.
You can see.
So are you ready?
Yep.
We're ready. Okay, so we're going.
I like how she nodded. And you are being chased by a ghost hand.
Of course. All the ghosts, they want me.
Apparently, since...
Whoa, I didn't even know those guys were coming up.
And then, when the ghost hand disappeared, I decided to come in for the rescue. And then possibly die again.
Yeah, basically what you did was take all of my aggro there.
And create a statue to aggro on that, so you can take the kill.
Well, that was a good plan. I'm glad it worked out.
Good thing I found out more about the decoy.
Yeah, I'm kind of glad you did a little bit of research on that on the fly there.
I'm surprised we didn't go down that path to the left.
I think I just saw these three guys and was like, okay, you know what? We need to take these guys out first and foremost because they're all stronger than the average bear.
Probably would have been another cliff.
See, right there, you probably should have backed up a little bit, but you were getting kind of close, so I had to basically get in this guy's face so that he would keep his aggro on me instead of going after you.
I think at one point I actually got the last hit on one thing, and he said I poked him. And he died. Just poke.
Oh, you saw the yellow hand that just got up there.
Yep.
Yeah, I didn't realize at the time that that actually healed them, or could heal us if we intercepted it.
And then Argus, that sounds like that other lady.
Siri?
No.
That's what I call her. She's Siri.
No, the one that gave us this mission that said, "The Verge know you're here," blah, 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 blah.
Oh, yeah. You know, I don't even remember what that girl's name was.
I don't know, but apparently they had the same voice, and Argus does not sound like a beep up the robot voice.
Well, newsflash, the voice acting in this game is not perfect. I'm trying to be polite here. You did a great job, SkyForge, but next time, yeah, voice acting.
If these people, these viewers, haven't noticed yet, that Sporeon and Ghita kind of look similar. Kind of. So I created a little bit of a family link. They're cousins.
Yeah, that works.
Because I stuck to Dad's previous last name in Star Wars Galaxy.
Which I never use anymore.
Still a good name though.
Yeah, it was a decent name.
Oh no, not this part.
Oh yeah, it took me a while to figure out that the little holes that he's going into, I needed to destroy that by hitting the space bar.
By the way, her name's Amitha.
Okay. And as soon as he goes into those holes, it spawns all of these little dudes. So we got to prevent him from getting into the hole so that we can just, you know, take him down. But it took me a while to figure that out, and unfortunately you ended up losing your life in the process, and I had to do this thing solo. So that's 2 instances that I had to finish by myself.
If this was a traditional MMORPG, you would just let them go into the burrow, because you can just get a lot more kills, kill spawns, and just basically upgrade an experience. But this is not a traditional RPG MMO.
Yeah, there's nothing really. I mean, I don't want to say there's nothing really traditional about it. Obviously, it sticks to some things. We got tanks, we got DPS, and so on, but they're definitely trying to push the envelope on what an MMORPG should be, which I appreciate them for doing that.
Yes. What is that J thing for, anyway?
Where are you looking? Oh, that's my rhino pet. The mount that I have.
That I still don't have.
Yeah, that's where I figured out that I needed to throw the grenade in there to blow the thing up, but I did it way too late.
Also, we get infinite grenades.
Yeah, well, we get infinite anything as far as range goes.
Except we can't actually use them in actual battle.
Nope. Nope. It is very specific to this instance.
I believe I asked the question of that lightning bolt in the, I don't know, bottom right corner of the health. And I did not know what it was.
Yeah, every time I do that kill move with the E.
Finisher.
Yeah, the finisher, that's what it is.
And then I found it out.
And
I would have helped destroying that burrow, but I did not know I need to hold down the spacebar button.
Yeah, by the time I realized what was really going on there, it was already too late for you. So I had to do it myself, basically.
Then I fought, and I died. And
I'm almost died.
And you may think, if Ghita died, I should have been able to come back, right?
Yeah, because that's usually how it works in most dungeons, is if you wipe, you start over again. All of you come back to life. But nope, not this game.
I actually found out I can go to the Eldernet as a spirit, and since it did not actually work for me before and it works now, I decided, hey, maybe I should log in. And it just kicked me out of the game. So that's why I couldn't revive when you were outside the circle. That
explains it. Okay. Well, this is me trying to revive you now, but obviously I can't revive in combat, so you're pretty much down for the count. That
means I'm out of SkyForge, out of the game, and I have to go back in all over again. And when I find myself, you're still fighting that thing, and I'm still spirits.
Well, at least it saved your place. Normally, most games would just dump you out. Like, you stayed in the group. Your little resurrection thing, obviously, is still there, your spirit.
Yep. And
most games would have dumped you off already.
I decided to hit F2, which is where your partner is, but in this case, it's me. In this footage. If I had footage of Sporeon...
Yeah, I know what you're saying. F2 would be me, F1 would be you.
Yeah, so I pressed that, and you've got a blue outline for me, and I think my little thing followed you. I don't know. But I was waiting for something to do at one point, but it may take a long while because this fight was very long.
I don't remember. Do I die in this particular engagement, or is it the next one?
You die in this engagement.
Okay. Yeah, because I couldn't keep him above ground long enough to get any of those little health things to drop from him.
And it was also...
There's one there.
Also, it was the moment that I crashed.
But yeah, I go chasing after the health thing, he goes into the burrow, and then it's like, okay, well, now I gotta deal with these guys with no health things. So that was a bad idea on my part.
I like how none of us even noticed the dead human body in the center of all of this.
Oh hell, we probably walked over him like 4 or 5 times by now. This dude's corpse has been desecrated.
I mean, even in the previous thing, and even though that she said it in tears, possibly... Wait, tears? We still ignored it.
Yep.
And also, I really like how when you revive, you turn to the cosmos.
Yeah. Well, it beats the blue glowy. Although I guess technically that was sort of a blue glowy as well.
Blue glowies, blue glowies.
Now you would think that I would be able to revive you here since I'm not technically in combat, but the moment I run past him, there went that idea.
I actually came up with another idea, but it was after the recording, that maybe if you just walk around the edges of this barrier...
Oh, it wouldn't have aggroed him?
Yeah, and you would have revived me, and this fight would be a lot easier. But nope, we have to deal with another full health Zykurun the Flayer.
Well now, the one thing that I did differently this time...
You blew up all the burrows.
Yep. Only have to make that mistake once before I actually learn.
It kind of looks like a hedgehog with things on the back of his head.
It's Sonic on steroids.
I don't think steroids because he has no muscle fat, no muscle. He just looks bony. He just has armor.
Then it's undead Sonic on steroids.
I would say
it's Sonic on crack.
Bony Sonic with sharp armor, and apparently a digger nose.
So if Sonic and Freddy Krueger and or Wolverine had a baby, that would be what he looks like.
Except those claws are actually not coming from his hands, they're just armor again.
Well, all I know is this dude was annoying as hell, and I'm really glad that I figured out how to kill him, because this instance would have taken a hell of a lot longer than I would have liked.
Get your popcorn, folks. This is gonna be... We're gonna be here for a very long while. Get your popcorn, get your Dr. Pepper, get your babies. Eat them.
Oh, wait, is that an NPC corpse, or is that your corpse? I can't even tell.
NPC, my body disappeared unless I hit F1,
okay.
which is the player that you are, to create an outline for me.
Okay.
And for an outline, I still look pretty good.
Yeah, I kind of like your ice statue. It's a great likeness.
Except it doesn't have hair or clothes or anything or blah.
Well, he is made out of ice. What need does he have of all of that?
He needs hair. Just like how Lego Worlds needs more boy hair, and I think someone agreed to me when I made that comment on YouTube.
Ah, well, that's a whole nother ball game there. Alright, we got him that time.
And I believe that, hold on, what's his name again? Zirkin! And I'm gonna say his name funny. Zirkin! Loves charging at ghostly spirit bodies and slashing them to re-death.
Well, he's doing a number on me as well here.
Because he immediately charged me afterwards. You are basically being run over by 1,000 cars right now.
Well, as long as I can prevent him from going into the hole, then this fight can end in the manner that I would like. Which, of course, it eventually does. But we're getting to that point.
He has a weird face.
This whole race has a weird face. The birds. Ugh. They're kind of supposed to be rat people, you may have figured. But they just look weird as all hell.
I mean his helmet as well, it just looks like a bird when you look at the sides. It looks like Songbird from Bioshock Infinite.
Ah, you know what? I didn't even notice that, but yeah, you're right.
Songbird, Hedgehog Edition.
And that's me getting run over again.
And how badly do you think those pits smell?
Anything that's got green smoke coming out of it is bad.
Deadly. I think that I actually gave Dad a test in this recording about how Sporeon was to him. Here's the rating. 9 out of 10. Reason? If I was a better cryomancer. If I got that down right, 10 out of 10. This 10 out of 10. Game Grumps reference.
I have no idea. I've never watched them.
But I showed you the channel in Starcade.
Oh, well, I've seen Starcade, but that's not on my channel. We're doing my video here, so.
Just / hash slinging the guys against the flayers.
So yeah, sorry this fight's taken so long. Like I said, it took us a while to figure out how to defeat him, and of course with me being unable to revive Sporeon, had to finish this up solo. It was a lot tougher than I thought he was going to be, but...
Maybe that's why the rating of this thing had 2 stars instead. Impossible!
Well, oh, that's the other thing too, yeah. All of the dungeons do have ratings. That's a good point that you raised there. And depending on how much prestige you've got and so on, or you know, pretty much how advanced your character is, determines whether or not you're going to be able to have an easy time or a hard time and whatnot. When we went into this sucker, it said impossible. So
and
by
it
rights,
had 2 stars.
We should not have been able to finish this dungeon together, but somehow we did.
Because we are badasses.
Well, when you got Ghita, you got anything.
And if this fight actually allowed terrain kills, even for mini-bosses, then this should have been a lot easier. Because, do you see that cliff behind Ghita?
Mm-hmm. Oh, push him off the edge or something?
No, just do bullfight a Toro lay, and he would just fall off the edge.
Like a matador?
Like a pancake. A pancake falling off a frying pan into...
But then again, we've got that border thing on the edge too, so that could cause a problem.
It'll be extremely funny that players cannot enter, cannot leave the barrier, but enemies can. Like, you know what? I'm leaving. See you later. I'm gonna go into 1,000 burrows and have the enemies attack you at once.
Well, if you think about it, I mean, this is their zone, so yeah, they should be able to do anything, really.
They should be able become gods themselves.
I wouldn't go that far. Then there's no point for this game.
Well, I kind of god against god fighting.
They have that. That's called PvP.
No, you said they weren't gods yet. You said they were immortal.
Yeah, you start out as an immortal, and the whole premise of the game is you're trying to get to godhood.
Godlyhood.
So
And the guy's
eventually
dead.
you will get a god form,
I can still see
and
those
once you
horns.
have that god form, you start developing a little bit further, like you get different ways to develop. Hey, look, he's back.
And when I came back, I did the Han Solo. Yahoo!
I don't remember him doing that. Oh, wait, is that from the original Star Wars?
Yes.
Okay.
You know, Death Star.
Yeah. So yeah, after that battle, these guys are just like a cakewalk.
I forgot to mention something. I kept switching between F1 and F2 while I was dead, and my little cryomancer crystal thing, ring and all, was freaking out. It was tracking Ghita, going back to where it was before. Track.
Well, since I've never played the cryomancer, why don't you explain to our viewers a little bit about what skills the cryomancer has? Like, if you remember what all the skills are.
Well, there's the Ice Comet, in which basically is what you saw right there. It's a very ranged attack that deals a lot of damage. The cryomancer is basically a ranged attack type. And when I played this the first time in that port, I was surprised on how much damage we did and how fast the mini-bosses died.
So pretty much the Ice Comet is your basic nuke skill.
Yep, and,
okay.
And there's this free spike pad that freezes everyone. And this is...
Is that it there?
No, that's the finisher.
Oh, okay.
We got the ice statue, which acts as a decoy.
Right, I see that.
You can also make it explode if you press the button again.
Oh, no kidding.
Which I found out a lot later. In fact, it's even shown. At this point, we decided to enter the game Ark. We saw
the dinosaur on the beach. Yeah, I forgot about this.
We saw a giant skeleton, and then we saw an ankylosaurus with 6 arms.
Was it an ankylosaurus?
Yes.
I don't think technically it is, because it's...
Look at its tail.
A future thingy.
Look at its tail.
Yeah, it kind of looks like an ankylosaurus.
Except devolved in some ways. It doesn't have its hard back shell.
Well, considering ankylosaurus were native to Earth and this ain't Earth.
Ancient Ashy Varax.
Yeah, his skin does look a little bit ashy there, son. You need some lotion.
And I think he was going to go into the water and he's like, sweet relief. What? And we just attacked him.
So basically, we attacked a helpless critter that was
probably
just trying to get back home.
And we made it extinct. Actually, I don't think it is its own. It's just...
Didn't we even kill the babies? Yeah, because here's the babies now.
And they are very weak to ice. My ice in specific.
Well, that kind of makes sense. Reptiles.
Yep.
Reptiles don't like ice. They're cold-blooded.
Yep. I remember there being a move called Snowball, where you just roll a snowball and smaller and enemies that did not die immediately were caught inside, which was actually fun.
Wait, that was a skill in SkyForge?
Yes, SkyForge.
Really?
Right.
I don't remember seeing that one. Did you do that one?
I do that in training.
Oh, okay. So that's probably like one of your higher level skills, which of course you wouldn't have had by the time we were doing this video.
And if you watch the video, which you obviously are, I've just been launched by this Varax. Ankylovarax. That sounds like the name, actually. The Ankylovarax. I kind of started to realize that I'm kind of ranged at this point. And
well, yeah, you gotta stay back, because if he starts launching you all over the place, there went my DPS.
Right. After all we were done playing together, by the way, that's an ice harpoon. That's probably if I hold right click.
Wait, was that a skill that you got while we were in here?
No, it's a skill that I had since the beginning. I just hold down the right click, and then a giant spear forms. And I just literally play Ark and just throw the spear at its face.
It's Ark, the sci-fi alien version.
And then screenshot. Except I love being the silly one. I stepped on his skull, I think possibly just grazing the skeleton, possibly.
Well, gee, I wonder where you got that from.
I don't know, but apparently I teleported for some reason on yours.
Yeah, I think the further you get, the more the computer had to work to render you.
I was staying in the water.
But enough fun on the seaside with dinosaurs. We head back into the rest of the mission.
Oh, I don't want to go back to the place of death and necromancy and raids.
You'd rather stay on the beach and get attacked and killed by dinosaurs?
Yes.
You had to think about it for a second, though.
I would face 3,000 Adominus Rex than fight this last boss.
Yeah, the last boss was kind of annoying.
Yes, and creepy looking.
Well, we'll get to that in a second, though.
More birds! And
what a surprise. And a shaman.
And since I was basically almost fully realized, or totally fully realized with the class, now I was a better fighter. So my ranking possibly went up to 10 to 10.
Well, let's see. It really did not take you that long to get this one done, I don't think. Yeah. So within, what, 20 minutes you figured out the class, and that was only your second instance?
And figuring out how to explode my ice thingy. And take a guess. Am I dead, or am I not?
You're almost there, according to that hit bar.
I would, yes!
Oh, and he's out.
Let's see, how many times that... Is there a death counter here? Is there...
That would be 4.
Where's the death counter?
I'll put it in post.
Okay, thank you. And continuing about the cryomancer type, I got a move called Icy Beam, which I have not tried yet, after we were done playing together. After doing a lot...
So what does that one do?
Again, I haven't tried it yet.
Okay.
But I suppose it's like the Lightbringer's giant beam attack, except with ice.
Ah, okay.
And I do remember one last thing. Is on the lower attack things, like the Z, the V's, and those things. One of them, I got a classic school supply called Whiteout. I was able to cover paper and cover up my mistakes.
Nice.
And that was the move. Nope.
That'll come in very handy if you ever have to do a research paper in SkyForge. As part of your godhood test.
No, Russia doesn't play that way, but possibly it feels April Fool's. And you saw a little bit of my body outline.
Yeah, I saw it there.
What I know from this whiteout move is that you can hold down, you can still run as fast as you were, which just means slow still, and you can actually aim it. It's basically like that barrier ring, except smaller, and anything in it gets caught in a blizzard and immediately gets hurt periodically, which for bandits are dead instantly.
Oh jeez, did not know that.
Yep.
Alright, so we're waiting for you to heal up here. I almost feel like saying everybody gets one every time I res you, but in your case you get more than one.
They try to force us.
Oh yeah, the iron thing, because the bottom of it looks like an iron.
And at this point, I said, Leroy Jenkins! And
somebody had to say it, might as well be him.
Yep. And this thing is probably the creepiest thing. No way, Sonic EXE is worse.
I didn't even realize it had a face on the front there. And I also didn't realize there was a woman riding it.
That's a man!
Is that a man?
It has no shirt!
Well, I don't know. It could be a woman that likes to be naked. Hey, that's a thing. You'll find out later in life. Ah, there's Ametha again. And what is Ametha saying? Oh, it's a death ravager.
Yep, it says so right on the top of the screen!
And she's probably saying it as we speak, but since we're doing this post-commentary, we can't actually hear the sound on the video while recording.
Hey viewers, do you like juggling? Well, Ghita's gonna get juggled like a ball with the clown!
I think I pretty much get launched into orbit several times during this, but one of the first things that we figured out in this battle is keep the ghostly hands away from the yellow ones. Wait. That is what caused us to survive.
Keep the ghostly hands away from the yellow ones. You're saying if the purple and the yellow meet, will cause the black hole explosion?
Well, you never cross streams. I learned that from Ghostbusters.
And I watched Ghostbusters.
Oh, it's good. It's a classic.
Well, barely, but I saw the Marshmallow Man. Michelin.
Stay puffed.
Stay puffed! He was melty. At the end.
I don't remember. You don't die in this particular one, do you? Oh,
Nope.
that's right, because I kept calling out, or I had you call out when the golden hands were coming out, and if you needed one, to go grab one.
Which I need.
So yeah, I think at this point, I'm getting launched, and you're running around looking for glowy hands.
And I'm running around, attacking. I'm strafing around attacking, and collecting hands in the process.
I love that javelin thing, too. That's pretty awesome.
The icy javelin. When you combine whiteout with some of your other attacks that freeze them in place, it's the perfect tool because the whiteout will constantly hit them and freeze them, which means they're unable to move. And if you put a decoy there, they'll just be attracted to them and die in the process.
That's an awful lot of purple hands, though. Oh yeah, you're going after the yellow hand.
And I was at health, and now I'm immediately at full.
Me, I'm going in orbit again.
Space! Space!
It's Space Ghita to the rescue.
How is this thing's teeth not destroyed yet? You've been slicing at it for a long time.
I have no idea. It's MMO logic.
And I actually noticed how much health it regains after getting a yellow hand.
Yeah, it's an awful lot of health, so that's why you gotta really stay on top of it, which I thought we did a pretty bang-up job on this one. I even managed to get some of the purple hands as well.
I believe I kinda went into a dark mode, actually talking about destruction and killing and whatever in this thing. I don't know. But
yeah. Video games don't make you violent, kid.
No, it doesn't. It just makes me more serious and want this thing to get defeated.
Well, it's got 4 more hit bars left, and Ghita's going for another round of world trip.
And I never get launched up once.
Well, that's because you're at range. Ah, see, the shield. I should have thought of that ahead of time. Using the shield will prevent me from getting hit by those purple thingies.
Yet. Okay,
and I'm going airborne again. It's a good thing she's got her flight suit on.
Yeah, if only it was actually a true wingsuit. It'll be like it'll be like Just Cause 3. Oh no.
Yeah,
it's back to 4 again.
Only time that it got one of the yellow things out, because I think I just barely missed it.
If you had that wingsuit from Just Cause 3, which is coming out, then you'll basically be somewhat invincible, because I seen a little bit of Just Cause 3 from a lucky person named Dan from NerdTube.
Okay.
And basically I saw the destruction factor, I saw the wingsuit factor, and how you can basically endlessly fly, so you're literally basically a god.
That sounds like the kind of thing I would like, because I'm always into flying.
And destruction.
Well, maybe not so much the destruction, I'd settle for the flying.
You can hijack any plane, parachute things, I don't know, I'll
check it out when it comes out, I'm sure.
There's also a 2, which is also very great, and not only that, it has a lot of mods!
Cool.
Like Superman mods, a multiplayer mod, which is basically insane, and basically everything else.
Neat. Well, looks like this sucker's got 2 health bars left, and this is when we started to figure out, okay, we need to back off as soon as he goes up in the air. I am very bad when it comes to tells.
And I, possibly somewhat good, because I played the Mario and Luigi games, aka the ones that are RPGs for DS.
I was going to say, I don't remember there being a lot of tells.
And this
yeah,
is
I guess they
my first time getting launched.
Oh, feels fun, doesn't it?
Back! My back! It hurts more because my bones are frozen.
So I wonder if gods can get workman's compensation if they get, like, back injuries from doing this stuff.
Hey, they die a lot of times. I think back injuries is the least of their problems.
So are purple hands, but gold ones, we need those.
Purple hands. I wonder if you lead them into this guy, does it hurt him? Well, we don't know because we can't.
We'll never find out.
We can't enter it again.
Well, actually, I found out that we can. Once you're done with an instance, you can enter it again and redo it, because I was doing some of the other instances.
And then I went in, did one of my attacks for a final finisher thing, and let's see who gets the last hit.
There it is.
You. Now, you received your reward. I decided to stay here, and after getting a new weapon, new additional weapon, that ring thing, except to super upgrade since this is an impossible level, which means I get 20 more.
Cool. Well, that should just about do it, folks, and I certainly hope that you do enjoy this SkyForge series here. Of course, we gotta have a Kodak moment. I think this is gonna be our title screen here.
And except I'm just looking like a stupid idiot.
Oh yeah, this is when I was telling you, come on, family picture!
I just look, no. I'm messing up.
Always gotta mess up the family picture, I swear.
Well, I wanted a family picture with our friend Icy. I mean, look at him. He's distinguished. He wants a picture.
Uh-huh. Alrighty, but in any event, that's about it for us, folks. So thank you so much for watching. Once again, it's BelGeode and my son, Sporeon.
Yep.
And we'll catch you on the next one. Hope you enjoyed it.
See ya.
Ciao.
I'm starting a channel soon.